very competitive game. Really proud of the way our guys finished it. I thought Blanton really tough guy to handle one-on-one. He makes a lot of those tough twos. But just give a lot of credit to our guys. We got down there 54-50, and the group that we put in, I think they got 12 straight stops. So that was the difference in the game. I thought we started well, did some good things early, and then kind of relaxed. And Eastern Kentucky did a nice job of settling into the game. And you can tell they've got a good program. Their guys are used to winning. AW does a great job with them. And then they, just kind of whittled their way back into the game. And we did not start the second half well. And thankfully, we finished it. And, I'm really proud of the way our guys guarded, especially Zachary. He did a terrific job on Blanton in the second half. And then we did a little bit more inside out and did some good things to finish it off. But good win against a good team. Questions for me?
Del Jones appeared to be that spark plug late down the stretch, that steal and three-pointer.
Yeah, it's funny, in that timeout when we were down 54-50, I thought there was a point there where our guys were like, I don't know, we were almost like we were playing not to make a mistake on either end, and it felt like, they made some tough twos. You're in a tough spot against them because they got a lot of guys that can make threes and stretch it, and they made 5 threes in the first half, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, we can't give those up. We got to hang tough. And then that guy starts making twos, and he's like, they're guarded. He's shooting over us. He's scoring. We just kind of got a little soft, and then on offense, I thought we just didn't play with the same aggression and got a little tentative. And I kind of told him in that timeout, hey, we just need, we're at home. We just need to make a couple defensive stops, make an effort play or two, get an offensive rebound, get a steal, fast break, and our crowd will get behind us. And that's kind of what happened. We got an offensive rebound by Ian, I think. We got a steal by Dell. Obviously, he made the 3. And then the game shifted our way. We continued to get stops. So, Dell's a tough kid. And, we love his energy, his competitiveness. He's still learning how to play on offense. But when you put him in the game, he's gonna compete.
I guess this game, you guys face adversity, and you guys have Boise State next, of course. I guess.
Yeah.
What did you kind of learn from your team in this game?
Yeah, just that we needed to get stops, and we did, and that's been good. We've started games well and been able to stop people, and then in the second half when we've had a lead, we haven't done as well. So to be able to change that this game and get a couple stops when we needed it was really important, and that was probably the difference in the game for us, and something we hadn't done to win.
What's the prognosis for Dylan? Is it something that'll keep him out?
I don't know. He had a little cut that got infected, and he's just dealing with it. We're just kind of day to day.
You think sort of facing this kind of adversity in a game like this early is going to be beneficial to you guys down the stretch, especially as you start playing teams like Boise State and getting ACC?
Yeah, it's good to be in some games like this where you have to execute and deal with some game pressure. And these games like this are always a little harder on the high major team when the game gets close and late, because the pressure is to win. You're supposed to win, and there's no pressure on the opponent, and so those guys kind of play with a free mind. And sometimes those guys can shoot well on games like that when you're not supposed to win. You can just kind of let it go a little bit, and so dealing with that is a good thing for our guys. And we've got some older guys that have been through some wars. I thought they showed that tonight.
Looked like Ian got nicked up in the second half. Is everything okay?
I think he's okay. Yeah, I think he's fine. He obviously plays really hard and is involved in a lot of contact, but I think he'll be okay.
And Jaden Zachary played 39 out of 40 minutes. Was that the plan with Dylan now, or that just how the floor?
Well, I knew that our guys were going to play. We were going to play guys a little bit longer. But no, and I didn't expect him to have to play that long. I didn't, he was the guy that was doing a great job defensively on Blanton. And, he wanted that challenge. And so we just, when it was going well, there was no way to take him out. He was, he wasn't going to allow me to do that.
I know you said you wanted more from your defense in the second half after the first 2 games. Were you pleased with what you saw overall tonight?
Yeah, I was in the second half. And we had spurts in the first half. We did some good things. We started the game well. they made a little run on us, and a lot of it was rebounding. Our defensive rebounding was very poor in the first half. Some of that, Ian Sheffield was on bench, foul trouble. And we got to have guys like Chauncey and some of our guards have got to go back in there and rebound the ball better. We played Miles a little bit, but then, we're pretty small then. We don't look like the high major team that we can when we've got our bigger guys. And so rebounding was a factor for sure without Ian in the game.
Chauncey Wiggins.
Yes, ma'am.
Coach, when they went on that run on you, what was your mindset? What did you tell those guys to then flip that switch that Victor was talking to us about earlier and kind of change the game around?
Yeah, mostly just relax a little bit. Like this was, the game pressure, like you can start to feel it on your players a little bit, a little anxiety, and you're just trying to get them to relax. And like, we're fine, there's plenty of time left. Like we just need to make a couple of effort plays, like focus on playing harder. Don't focus on being perfect. Don't worry about a missed shot. Don't worry about trying to out-execute somebody. Like, we need to be aggressive defensively, and we need to be active on the glass, and then we need to convert with pace and transition and see where that takes us. I just felt like we were a little bit just playing on eggshells a little, and it was kind of like, hey, settle down. We're fine, and let's get a competitive group out there that wants to guard. And those guys did a great job.
Chauncey Wiggins had 3 points tonight. I guess some of the looks, from my perspective, weren't as bad. I guess from you, do you think some of the his shot selection tonight was pretty good?
I think it was okay. I need to look at, there's a couple mid-range shots that he shoots that, they're not the greatest of percentage shot, but he makes more than most because he's long and athletic and he can shoot over top. It doesn't bother him as much. There are times I think he settles instead of taking one more physical dribble and getting closer to the basket. We've got to coach him on that better. We got to help him get to spots and get his confidence a little bit. I think he lost a little confidence tonight in the middle of the game. Got bumped around a little bit a couple times, had a couple balls kind of go out of his hands. But he'll be fine. He's a good player, and he'll bounce back and be ready to go the next game. Everybody okay? Thank you all for being here.